Hello guys, today we'll see methods of preparations of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So let's see the first method from alcohols. So when alcohol, that is ROH, is reacted with HCl in the presence of zinc chloride, it gives RCl, that is alkyl halide, plus water is removed. So OH is bad Lewin group, that is converted into good Lewin group. Then next reaction ROH, again with NaBr and sulfuric acid. OH is always a bad Lewin group, so it is converted into good Lewin by these reagents, and bromination takes place. So OH goes and Br comes in its place, and byproduct is sodium hydrogen sulfate and water. Third reaction, 3 molecules of alcohols are used plus px3. Here x can be chlorine or bromine, so it will react with PCl3 or either PBr3, and we'll get alkyl halide as the product. 3 molecules of alkyl halide we get from this reaction, and here H3PO3 is the byproduct, which is known as phosphorus acid. Next, when again alcohol is treated with PCl5, again this OH is bad Lewin, so it is converted into good Lewin group, and product is RCl. Byproduct is phosphorus oxychloride, that is POCl3 plus HCl. Next reaction is ROH in the presence of red phosphorus and halogen. Halogen can be Br2 or I2, gets directly converted into alkyl halide. And then last reaction in this category, ROH plus SOCl2. SOCl2 is thionyl chloride. So again this converts OH, which is bad Lewin group, into good Lewin, and this is most suitable reaction for preparing alkyl halides. Why? Because 2 byproducts are formed and both are gases. Sulfur dioxide and HCl both are in gas state, so therefore more yield of product is obtained when alcohol is treated with thionyl chloride. Then let's see next reaction, B from hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbon means they contain carbon and hydrogen. So in that, first free radical halogenation, let's see that reaction. So in that 3 steps occur: initiation, propagation, termination, and byproduct is formed. So one of the hydrogen is cleaved in the presence of UV light or heat, and in that place chlorine is substituted. So let's see first reaction, N-butane in the presence of chlorine, UV light or heat, it gives a mixture of products, that is N-butyl chloride plus sec-butyl chloride. If we react neopentane, which is symmetrical, it reacts with chlorine under UV light to give neopentyl chloride. Okay, if we substitute chlorine at any of the hydrogen in CS3, we'll get the same product. So that's why we are getting only one product, that is neopentyl chloride. HCl is byproduct for this reaction. Then next is by electrophilic substitution. So electrophile are electron deficient species. So for halogen, either chlorine or bromine is used. So when toluene is treated with halogens like chlorine or bromine in the presence of Fe, and it is the reaction is taken place in dark, so electrophilic substitution occurs and hydrogen is replaced by halogen. 2 products are formed, one is ortho and another one is para. So methyl group is electron donating group, therefore incoming group is ortho para directing. That's why we get 2 products, one is ortho halotoluene and second one is para halotoluene. Here halogen is either chlorine or bromine. Then when benzene reacts with iodine, so for iodine different conditions require. Iodic acid or nitric acid is used for iodination. Again I2 is electrophile here, so that attacks on electron rich benzene and hydrogen is substituted. So we'll get iodobenzene as product in the presence of iodic acid or nitric acid. So that's all about electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, next one, Sandmeyer's reaction. So in Sandmeyer's reaction, aniline is used. So aniline is converted into halobenzene. Again NH2 is here. NH2 is a bad Lewin group, so we have to convert that NH2 into good Lewin group. So here NH2 is converted into diazonium salt. So let's see the reaction. Aniline in the presence of NaNO2 plus HCl at 273 Kelvin to 278 Kelvin, that is at the temperature 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, diazonium salt is formed, that is N2 plus Cl minus, or we can spread like this. So from aniline, benzene diazonium chloride is formed. So bad Lewin group is converted into good Lewin group, and then that good Lewin group easily reacts with copper chloride to form chlorobenzene. Nitrogen gas is liberated out, or it can react with copper bromide. In the presence of HBr, it will give bromobenzene. Again nitrogen gas is liberated. So these reactions are known as Sandmeyer reaction. Formation of chlorobenzene and bromobenzene from diazonium salt, that is known as Sandmeyer reaction. And then next one is like Sandmeyer, but it is not discovered by Sandmeyer. That's why we have written that in different manner. So again diazonium salt is here. For iodination, Ki is used in the presence of heat. So iodine, so by good Lewin group, that is N2 plus Cl minus, goes out, and in that place iodine comes. So iodobenzene is our product in this reaction. So this one is not discovered by Sandmeyer, therefore it is written differently. And then next, for fluorobenzene, again diazonium salt is treated with NaBF4. So good Lewin group easily replaced by fluorine. BF3, NaCl and N2 gas are the byproducts for this reaction. Next category, from alkenes. So from alkenes we can prepare alkyl halides. If alkene is symmetrical, then there is no problem. We can add H and X to any one of these carbon. So here H is added, and in this carbon X is added. So for symmetrical alkene there is no problem. If alkene is unsymmetrical like this, then we have to use Markovnikov's rule. So what Markovnikov rule tells? Nucleophile attacks to that carbon which is having least number of hydrogen atoms. So here in HX we can use HCl, HBr, HI. So here X is halogen and it is nucleophile. So this nucleophile attacks on the carbon which is having less number of hydrogen. So in this carbon there is only one hydrogen, so nucleophile will attack here, and so see this, and H goes to this CH2, it becomes CH3. So that's Markovnikov rule. So if unsymmetrical alkene is given, we have to apply Markovnikov rule, and generally we will get secondary alkyl halide as the product. Then next one, so on the arrow benzyl peroxide is written. So whenever peroxide is used, we have to remember anti-Markovnikov rule. So again unsymmetrical alkene, it is treated with HBr. So here Br attacks on the carbon which is having more number of hydrogen, and hydrogen goes to the other carbon which is having less number of hydrogen. So R, CH2, CH2, Br. So here we get primary alkyl halide. Remember, for Markovnikov's rule nothing is written on the arrow, and for anti-Markovnikov rule there will be any of the peroxide, either only peroxide is written or benzyl peroxide. Okay, so that's the difference between Markovnikov and anti-Markovnikov rule. Then next from alkene category is addition of halogens. So both halogens are added. So symmetrical alkene is given, so one Br added to this and another Br added to this. We know that in double bond there is one sigma and one pi bond, and pi bond is weaker, that's why it gets easily break down and addition happens on pi bond. And last reaction is halogen exchange. So for that we'll first see Finkelstein reaction. So when alkyl halide is treated with sodium iodide in presence of dry acetone, X get substituted, okay, X goes out and I comes in. X could be chlorine or bromine, so we have to replace one halogen by another, therefore this comes under halogen exchange reaction. This is discovered by scientist Finkelstein, therefore it is known as Finkelstein reaction. So remember, for preparing iodoalkanes we use Finkelstein reaction. Rx plus NaI, sodium iodide, in the presence of dry acetone will get Ri plus NaX. If we have to substitute fluorine in place of halogen, that is either chlorine or bromine, the reaction is known as Schwarz reaction. And in this Schwarz reaction, Rx to replace X by fluorine, either AgF, Hg2F2 or COF2 or SbF3 is used. So X is replaced by fluorine. So one reaction is given, CS3Br, that is bromomethane or methyl bromide, when treated with silver fluoride. So Ag goes with Br because it is positive. AgBr is the byproduct and F replaces bromine and CS3F is the product. So if we have to substitute fluorine, use Schwarz reaction, and when we have to substitute iodine, we use Finkelstein reaction. So that's all. Thanks for watching the video.